Two longtime political pros from both parties are with us now. They are Republican strategist and CBS News political analyst Leslie Sanchez and Democratic strategist Joel Payne, who is a CBS News political contributor. Good morning to you both. Leslie, I want to start with you. Good morning. Because it's the night that Democrats had worried about and the night Republicans had hoped for, and neither materialized. So, Leslie, what happened to this big Republican wave we were all kept hearing was going to happen?
Republican wave turned into a Republican sprinkle, and certainly did not have the winning, the degree of wins, Gayle, that many people anticipated. What's fascinating about it is for all of the polls and people's lead up that Republicans were going to be able to tilt some of those blue, traditionally Democratic seats, Republicans had a hard time kind of holding our own. While we did do well in Florida, Oklahoma, Ohio, North Carolina, it's very frustrating. And you're hearing a lot of conversations already internally and a lot of the blame game about what went wrong. And two things they're talking about. One is the Trump factor, and two, what does the future of the party look like externally, like on a national level? And everybody's talking about DeSantis. So there's a lot to unpack this morning. But I will say the positives are Republican governors did well. Greg Abbott won in Texas for his third term. And you're going to be hearing a lot about Latino vote. Republicans did incredibly well on Latino vote in a lot of those swing areas, and they solidified in Texas and Florida as well.
We can only imagine the jockeying that's going on behind the scenes in the Republican Party. Joel, Democrats, though, overall did much better than expected as well. What worked for them?
Well, look, outside of Florida, I would say Democrats, I think, figured out, one, that abortion could be an issue that could work for them, particularly in a state like Pennsylvania. That looks like that's what's going to carry John Fetterman to win that race. It's almost like there's a silent abortion vote that showed up in the electorate that wasn't showing up in the public opinion polling. And I think that that's going to be something that a lot of Democrats are going to look to as, hey, is this an issue we can continue to be opportunistic about? I also think maybe Democrats held their own a little bit more on talking about the economy. You know, I talked to people who put these campaign ads together and run these campaigns. They said that the majority of their messaging was about the economy, was about fighting inflation. And by the way, it helped that President Biden and Democrats had that Inflation Reduction Act back in September to count as a victory.
Leslie, you mentioned former President Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. Exit polls show that Republicans want Governor DeSantis to run for president in 2024, not Donald Trump. What does that mean for 2024? There's
still a tremendous amount of Trump fatigue, Nate, and even internally. And you're going to see that division among Republicans, and it falls along gender lines. Traditionally, you see a lot more Republican men who are excited about a Trump candidacy, the potential run again. But when you dig a little bit deeper and look at women voters, communities of color that have started to move into the Republican Party, there's not so much a warm welcome. They want to see diversity of thought. They want to see different type of leadership. And quite honestly, people are tired and exhausted from all of the baggage and kind of the cloud that surrounds any type of Trump campaign. That said, there's tremendous excitement still on the ground. You cannot deny the support that the former president has and his ability to raise money, motivate individuals to take sides. So it's to be determined.
No doubt about it. He wanted to be a kingmaker during the midterms. Not sure if that happened. But Joel Payne, Leslie Sanchez, thank you so much.